Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of My World Tanks Replays. This time we're going to be looking at the TOG in a game on Ruinberg. So, TOG 2, big tank, long tank, good gun. Okay, thanks for watching, and until no. Let's watch this game now. So, like I said, TOG 2, I'm not kidding. Most important things to know are big tank, long tank, and good gun. Now, this thing is certainly a city dweller. If you find yourself anywhere near the open, then you're just going to get flanked, shot right through your sides, or you're just going to get blown up by artillery. Let's just say that fields almost never work out well in the TOG, so just avoid the darn things. I'm going to fast forward here. Because we all know how slow this darn thing is, but this thing has that gun. That gun. That beautiful 17-pounder. Just makes this tank. And actually, the other thing that makes this tank is the fact that it is so huge. And people just 100% underestimate its side-scraping potential. So they'll just keep shooting you your nice angled side armor, thinking it will go through, and they just don't seem to learn for some reason. Either that or they're just laughing their head off because they're shooting at a TOG. But, oh, I'm still in ×2 there, but not much important that you missed. Just saw me bounce off KV1. That's about it. So anyways, I'm thinking of getting a side scraping position here. This is not a bad spot, but still a little awkward. Seeing if I can rest in there, but it's not going to work. And I get a series of terrible luck here, but I have so much health that I can just sit here under this KV1's fire and be perfectly fine for quite some time. So I will just sit here until RNG decides that it actually wants me to hit a shot. There we go, 159 damage. Clean through the gun mantlet. Not a surprise from this gun. That one dings off the top of the turret, I believe. So, this gun, first of all, you have so much ammo that is absurd, but 171 is more than my Super Pershing. That just makes me sad. My next episode is probably going to be a good game of the Super Pershing as like a tribute to the Super Pershing, but yeah, 171 penetration, 150 damage. I just took out that KV1. That was not that surprising, but there's now a TOG 2 there. So, I have lower health. How can I manage this? And luckily that TOG is not the most intelligent TOG, but we also got a KV1 here, so I'm not in the greatest situation, but the hit pool of this thing is very forgiving. And if they don't even decide to shoot at you, then this just tells you one thing. I don't care what you're driving, just don't ignore a TOG. Just never disregard this gun. It's such a poor mistake. You see, that TOG is now at a lower health than me because he decided to shoot the KV1 and not me, and now he's in a very poor situation. He's gonna back up, be killed off by somebody else, I believe. So we got this KV1 here. He's mounting the howitzer. And even if he plays pop-out games with me, he's not aiming very well, so he's not going to do more damage than I do in a single shot. Which is also one of the reasons the KV1 shouldn't mount that howitzer, because you almost never do full damage. So take out that KV1 as well. So we've claimed 2 KV1s, one in a hold down position. That one just, I don't know, that's not that impressive, but this is where we see that it doesn't take speed to maneuver. I'm in a pretty sticky situation here because there are tanks all around here and I need to avoid them somehow. So Go back into fixed camera. Just taking a quick look at, like, who the hell bounced off my turret? That's only 80 millimeters. Anyways, this is where I say, oh, KV-1S, oh, crap, get out of here. Don't want a KV-1S shooting at this nice squishy butt. Or squishy anything. We just don't want a KV-1S shooting at us. So, we're going to actually outmaneuver this KV-1S a little bit. See an M41 here. And at the time I didn't realize, I was just like, what? He was how far away? And I just shot twice and he's dead. So M41 down. T1 makes a mistake of popping out. But I didn't realize that at the time I had my vision knocked out. Or not knocked out, but damaged. So that's the reason for that. So here's a nice stroke of luck here. The KV-1S is lit on fire. So I'm just going to wallow over here. And down goes the KV-1S. So yeah, we're going to abuse the fact that this thing is slow, that its accuracy on the move is actually incredible, because it just goes so slow that accuracy on the move is very good. Kind of like with the Churchill series, that's something they do have going for them, is their accuracy on the move is very good. T1 Heavy's like, no, please just like take the base or something. I don't want to die. But of course, we're not gonna listen to him. And who do you think's gonna win the race? The TOGII or the Jagdpanzer IV from? And the bastard Jagdpanzer IV gets ahead. But Mr. KV-1 back there swipes the kill. So that's a pretty nice game in the TOG, and you'll see that this gun puts out a fair amount of damage when you put it to use. So let's look at those stats. Pretty good game in my TOG too. Tier 6 British premium tank. Hello guys, and welcome to the after action report for this game. And as you can immediately tell, the TOG's gun puts out a lot more damage than you may initially think. So yeah, let's look a little bit into this. 42,000 base credits and 2,210 experience, doubled without a premium account, because that's how I roll. And it didn't seem like much was happening in that game, but that gun has a much higher alpha damage than you may initially think. So, gotta look here, and we've got 135 damage to finish off that burning KV-1S. 900 damage to that TOG-2, who completely ignored me. Like I said, don't ignore a TOG. 154 to that Hellcat. That was a shot on the move, I believe. 522 to that KV-1, doing almost his entire health, and 420 to the other KV-1, killing both of them. In addition to that KV-1S, putting a shot into that T1 Heavy, who decided to poke out against a TOG, and 230 damage to that M41, who I couldn't see. So, kill on him too. He 1 of 4 kills. Let's look at our critical hits. Destroyed the track on that KV-1S. Not that it would have mattered, because the shot killed him anyway. And knocked out and destroyed the turret on that TOG-2, which is possibly why he was not returning fire. If you saw that when he actually did notice me, he turned his turret, but he didn't shoot at all. Or at least I don't remember. I think it was because his turret was jammed and he couldn't aim. It looked like he was pointing towards me, but he just couldn't. Over the KV-1, you're looking at a fuel tank and an observation device. So, let's jump over to the team score, where we see that, yes, I have 1,105 base experience, if you can do simple division, and 2,529 damage. So, like I said, it may have not seemed like much at the time, but it adds up, and 2,500 damage is a pretty good thing, is a pretty good number at tier 6. It is certainly not the best number at Tier 6, and it's certainly not an excellent number at Tier 6, but it is an above average number. It is a pretty good game. Anything that awards you 1,105 experience base, you clearly did something right. So, let's go over the detailed report, where we see that I had 27 shots fired, 20 direct hits, and 18 penetrations. Excuse me. And, as you see, 18 penetrations of 20 is only because I was aiming at the top of a turret of the hull down KV-1. This gun is incredibly adequate for its tier. So damage, 2,529, as we saw on the last page. Hits received 7, 6 penetrations, 2 splash damage, 1 non-penetration. That sounds about right. That's about where your number should be. A couple of bounces, but mostly penetrations. You're mostly a damage sponge, but occasionally you can get into very, very trolly side-scraping positions. And you can even pull backwards to the corner and sit there and just with your turret out, and if people aren't smart enough to shoot your turret, you just sit there all day. Potential damage received, 2,815. You have a big hit pool, you're going to be receiving a lot of damage. 7 enemies damaged, 4 destroyed, almost Confederate. I believe Confederate is 8. 8 have to be not destroyed by you. I don't remember. 6 not by you, I think so. No, not even close to Confederate. Damage from my slotting, 60, not that really matters. And 1.14 kilometers, you ain't going far in a TOG. So profitability of this thing is also very nice. The shells, despite being an excellent gun, are actually not too expensive. And the vehicle doesn't cost that much to repair, actually. So this makes a pretty darn good profit for a Tier 6 premium, if you play it right. So 31,900 profit, and if you had a premium account, that would have netted you 53,000. So yeah, the TOGII 2, you just gotta figure out how to manage its speed. If you've played any of the British heavies already, I'm sure you know all about managing speed. Side scraping, if you've played the Churchill 7, you know that that's the only way you can actually bounce shots. And using that gun, because unlike most British heavies, this thing has one hell of a gun. So just put that gun's DPM, penetration, damage, that gun just has everything to use. So that's my game in my TOG, which I say is a very good purchase, and I would recommend it, definitely. So until next time,